Trauma can come in different forms and can be categorized into different types. Acute trauma results from a single incident, such as a car accident. Chronic trauma is repeated and prolonged, such as domestic violence or abuse. Complex trauma involves exposure to varied and multiple traumatic events, often of an invasive interpersonal nature. For example, imagine a child growing up in a household where they are constantly exposed to domestic violence. They might witness one parent physically abusing the other, experience emotional abuse themselves, and live in an environment of constant fear and instability. This child could also face neglect, where their basic needs for food, safety, and emotional support are not met. These multiple and varied traumatic experiences can deeply affect their development and mental health. Secondary trauma affects those who are exposed to the trauma of others, like first responders or therapists. When someone goes through such intense events, their mind may struggle to process the trauma like it does with everyday experiences. Instead, it can get stuck, causing the person to relive the trauma over and over, often feeling as if it's happening all over again. This is what we call PTSD. It's important to note that not everyone who experiences trauma will develop PTSD, but for those who do, seeking help and support is crucial in managing and coping with the condition. Symptoms of PTSD may include nightmares, flashbacks, feeling anxious or stressed when reminded of the trauma, avoidance of triggers, heightened anxiety, memory gaps, negative thoughts about oneself and the world, blaming oneself for the trauma, persistent negative emotions, losing interest in things once enjoyed, feeling detached from loved ones, being overly alert or easily startled, trouble concentrating or sleeping, irritability or angry outbursts, and engaging in risky or self destructive behaviors. While researchers are still exploring the factors that contribute to the development of PTSD, it appears to be a combination of brain chemistry, stress levels, life experiences, personality, and genetics. For example, someone with low self esteem may be more susceptible to developing PTSD after a traumatic event. Fortunately, there are effective treatments for PTSD, including cognitive behavioral therapy known as CBT. This involves working with a trained therapist over several sessions to learn strategies to reduce or eliminate symptoms. CBT can help with recurring thoughts, emotional numbness, sleep issues, and problems concentrating. It's important to find a therapist that you feel comfortable with and who can support you on your journey towards healing. If you or someone you know is experiencing symptoms of PTSD, know that seeking help is a sign of strength and courage. You are not alone. I am Deanna Denise Johnson, a clinical social worker and therapist. Thank you for joining me on this journey of empowerment and inspiration. Take care, and we will talk again soon.